My name is Emily. I was born in a small town in America. My story is not perfect. It's not full of sunshine and smiles, but it's real, and it made me who I am. I grew up in a tiny house with peeling paint and broken windows. My mom was the only parent I had. My dad left before I turned 2. He never came back. He never called. I only saw him in the old photo that Mom kept in a box under her bed. We were poor. Not just money poor, but dream poor. My mom worked 3 jobs. She cleaned homes, served food in a diner, and worked nights in a factory. She came home tired and quiet. Her hands were rough. Her back was bent. But she smiled for me. From a young age, I knew life would not be easy. I learned how to cook simple meals. I washed clothes in the bathtub. I helped my mom count coins before we went shopping. I never asked for toys or new clothes. I knew better. School was hard, not because I couldn't learn. I loved learning. But kids laughed at my old shoes and second-hand backpack. I walked to school alone, wearing a jacket with holes in it. Winter was the worst. My fingers turned red and numb from the cold. But I never missed a day. I didn't have many friends. Just one girl named Mia. She was kind. She shared her lunch when I had none. We studied together. We dreamed together. She wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be someone strong, someone who never had to beg for help. One night, I found my mom crying. She was sitting on the kitchen floor. The bills were piled up. The lights were almost cut off. I hugged her and said, "Don't worry, Mom. One day I'll take care of you." From that day, I worked harder. I got a part-time job cleaning at a bookstore after school. The smell of books made me happy. I loved being around words. They gave me hope. I read every night after work. I wrote stories in an old notebook. That notebook became my secret world. It didn't get easier. It got harder. When I turned 16, my mom got sick. Very sick. She couldn't work anymore. I had to take over. I cleaned houses, worked in a bakery, and even washed cars on weekends. I went to school during the day and worked every evening. My body was tired, but my heart was stronger than ever. People tried to take advantage of me. One boss at the bakery asked me to stay late, alone with him. He looked at me the wrong way. I quit that job the same night. I told myself, no job is worth your safety. I found another one in a cafe where the owner was kind and respectful. I saved every penny. I studied in my free time. I still wrote in my notebook. I never told anyone about my dreams. They lived quietly in my heart. Then something happened. My English teacher, Mrs. Carter, found one of my stories. I had dropped my notebook in class. She read it. The next day, she asked me to stay after school. "Emily," she said, "you have a gift. This story, it made me cry. Have you ever thought about being a writer?" My cheeks turned red. I looked down. No one would read my stories. I'm just a poor girl. She smiled. "You're not just anything. You are a writer. Never forget that. Mrs. Carter helped me apply for a writing contest. The topic was, what makes you strong? I wrote about my mom, about how she carried the weight of 2 lives on her back, how her silence taught me more than words. I cried while writing it. I submitted the story and forgot about it. Life kept moving. Bills kept coming. My mom got weaker. I held her hand every night and read to her. She smiled with her eyes. One morning, I received an email. I had won the contest. First place, a scholarship for college, enough to cover all 4 years. I ran to my mom. I hugged her. She cried. I cried. For the first time in years, they were happy tears. College was a new world. I was scared at first. Everyone seemed smarter, richer, better. But I remembered where I came from. I remembered my mom's hands. I remembered cold winters and empty plates. And I kept going. I studied hard. I worked part-time in the college library. I joined the writing club. I shared my stories. People listened. They cried. They clapped. One day, I got a call from a publisher. They wanted to turn my story into a book. I said yes with a shaking voice. I couldn't believe it. The book came out when I was 21. It was called The Girl Who Refused to Break. That's me, Emily, the girl who didn't give up. My mom held the first copy in her hands. She was in a wheelchair by then, but her smile lit up the room. You did it, baby, she said. You kept your promise. Today, I am a writer, a speaker, a daughter, a survivor. I travel to schools and tell kids, it's okay to be poor. It's okay to feel lost. What's not okay is giving up. Because I didn't have a dad. I didn't have money, but I had a reason. And sometimes that's all you need. So if you're listening to this, remember, your pain is not the end. It's the beginning. Keep going. You are stronger than you think, and you are never, ever alone. If this story helped you improve your English or feel inspired, let us know below. We love hearing from you. Like, comment, and subscribe for more beautiful, emotional English stories every week. We're on this learning journey together.